What's up, people? It's your boy Brainiac, and I have prepared a open world single player tier list. As you can see, there's over 40 games that I have chosen to participate in this tier list, if you will, that are games that I have played enough, or at least beat, to actually have a solid opinion about it. They stretch over different platforms. They're not any platform exclusives, but there are only games that is completely open world, like games where there's different quests and missions you can do at any given time, pretty much. So that means I did not include certain games like God of War or Uncharted, which are two games or series that I would like to incorporate, but neither one of them are completely open world. Like, there's open areas, but it's pretty linear. You can't go to anywhere you want to. I made also to include certain games that are single player but could be played like co-op, like, I don't know, Dying Light, or like Assassin's Creed Unity, wherever that is up here, or like Borderlands. You can play with other people, but when I judge it, I'm going to judge it based off of a single player experience. So Dying Light is more fun with people, of course. It's very fun with people, but I'm not going to rank it as if you're playing with people. Play it just for I'm gonna rate it just off of what, you know, loners would play. Sorry, but hey, shout out to all my loners out there. We don't all got friends. But anyway, let's just really hop into it. Okay. I think I'm gonna just do it in ABC order, because why not? So that means the first up is Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. This is the first Assassin's Creed game I played. Obviously, this game came out over a decade ago. I played on the PSP. Surprised my mom actually let me, you know, purchase this game. From what I remember, it is a solid game. You know, it was a good introduction into what the series would, you know, give to us in the future. For that, you know, I learned a lot about history, and it was perfect for me because I ain't like history class. So I guess I really enjoyed this because it gave you a visual representation, even though it's not 100% accurate. It's not historically accurate, but they try to be as accurate as possible while translating an awesome plot to a story. There's of course a lot of bugs and glitches that, you know, wish wasn't in it, but it's an older game, and this is kind of what we expected at the time. So I'm thinking I might just put it in the well done category. Some people may disagree. They'll probably put it higher. Me, not so much. It was pretty fun. I like the way, you know, you can fight, and actually just pretty much paved the way for the rest of the game, even though I don't think it's the first game in the series. I think it's the second. I might be wrong, or it's a side game. I don't remember. But next, we actually don't have Assassin's Creed 3. We have not Assassin's Creed, I'm sorry. We have Ark Survival Evolved. This game here, if you don't know, Ark is basically a survival game that is based off of how it was 65 million years ago, when, you know, there was different dinos and different animals that are extinct now. But it's not just then, because it encompasses different animals from different time periods all into one. I actually had a tier below needs work, which is doo-doo. And if we were talking about the base game, or official, as some of you might know it as, I'll put it there. It'll be down here. But if you add the modifiers that the game, you know, allows you to add to it, it raises up significantly, because for some reason they thought it was a good idea to have you try to hop on every 4 hours to raise a dino or something like that, or you try to knock something down that's, you know, I guess pretty good. You have to wait, you know, an extended period of time, like it's Clash of Clans or something, like it's a mobile game. But I ain't cool with that. So if it was out for that, I'll put it below needs work. But since you can modify it to actually give you a fun experience, I will put it up into well done. No, I'll put it in must play. It's definitely must play. If you haven't played a game like it, I'll put it in well done, because there's a bunch of like glitches and stuff that can happen. The BS with the PvP lobbies could you know, really make the game bad for you. But we're talking about single player here, and I would say it's a must play. You gotta keep in mind that it's not like a AAA game. The people that made this is a relatively small group, and there's so much stuff into the game that there's no way it's gonna be perfect. But for what it is, I'll put it in must play. Next we have Assassin's Creed 3. This right here, the Assassin's Creed that talked about the American Revolutionary War, all the stuff you learn in history just comes together into an amazing game. I'm gonna put that in the masterpiece. If there was another game that didn't come out after this one, it will probably be godly. But I'm being unbiased here, so I'm definitely gonna put it in masterpiece. This is, I think, it's the first game where you play as a Templar and a assassin. If you don't know what I mean, go play the game. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but this is the American Revolutionary War. The main character, this guy here, I think his name was Connor. Yeah. He was a Native American, and you actually can see like certain things that they did there that they don't really expand upon in real life and history. So it's a really good game. Enough said, it's a masterpiece. I feel like everybody who's never played Assassin's Creed should play this game specifically. And if it's not this game that you play, I recommend coming back and playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is in my top 5 favorite games of all time. This game is everything that Assassin's Creed 3 is, plus more, especially with the addition of pirates. Like, you actually could sail the 7 seas, you go around the Caribbeans, you meet famous people like Edward Thatch or Edward Teach. They don't even know what his name is, but his name is Blackbeard. As you know, Blackbeard, one of the most famous pirates. You know, you can like splurge the 7 seas, you go through, and you can hunt sharks, find loot, treasure, it's just an amazing game. This game inspired all the shanties that you see on like TikTok and stuff, and people singing like, "Oh Jerry Riley, oh Jerry Riley," like that. All that's come from here, bro. Like, so this is a solid game. That's the first game I put in godly. Now let's move on to the next one, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. A lot of people don't know what this game is. They never heard this game. As you can see, it's like a separate game from Assassin's Creed 3. Liberation, I believe, is based in Louisiana, like in the bayou, and like where they got alligators and stuff at. I believe it's just a black woman who's trying to free slaves. I might be wrong. I think it's like that. I don't know how I came across this game. I think I got it in the bundle. So this game here, the thing about it is it's very short. So I don't even think it should be a standalone game. I think it should be like an add-on, which it probably is marketed as. I don't know. I don't remember. But in my opinion, the game was very boring and it was nothing memorable about it. So I think that's why it's long forgotten. I'm actually gonna put that in the needs work one. It was very boring, and it's not because it's a female lead. All right, kind of. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So many Assassin's Creed games here. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is I look at it as the second game in the new generation of Assassin's Creed trilogy, unless they're gonna make more in the future. Odyssey is supposed to come right after Origins, I think. It's based in Greece, or yeah, Greek area. As far as my knowledge, it's the first game where they had like mythical creatures. Like you actually can fight like minotaurs and cyclopses and what's that one thing? You can fight all type of stuff. Sphinx, I think. You can fight all type of stuff. Even though albeit it's not like the main focus of the game, it's like extra bosses, right? A lot of people have a problem with these kind of games, like the final 3 that they released, because it strays away from what has already been established in other Assassin's Creed games, because this is not as historically accurate. This is actually this features a lot of mythology, as you will see if you actually keep up with the games. People don't like it because it's just not Assassin's Creed. I could kind of agree, but the story elements already established is kind of subliminal in these games. But I'm gonna treat it as what the game is, and it's a solid game. I actually highly recommend this game. People, you can disagree with me all you want, don't care. This is a very solid game. I had a bunch of fun playing it. I had a bunch of fun just traveling and just trying to find different what they call Mystios, I think that's what it's called, or mercenaries. You can go and kill them. There's like, I like the leveling system, I like the story, trying to kill all the people that's part of the cult. I think they're all the Templars, I'm pretty sure. It was a very solid game. Yeah, a lot of different elements that I enjoy, and I like Greek mythology, so I'm gonna put that up there. It's a must play. I don't know if it's a masterpiece, but it's definitely a must play. Origins, coming back with Origins, same thing. It's based in Egypt. There's not a lot of like creatures. I don't think there's any creatures you fight in Origins. I'm not sure. I didn't beat the game, but I played a good chunk of it. From what I can tell, like when I first played it, I wasn't too interested in it because, like I said, it wasn't Assassin's Creed from what I know. But if you look at it from what it is, if you don't even think about the older games, I'm gonna say this is well done, especially when they brought in a brand new character other than Desmond to control or to go inside the Animus. It's weird, but as far as what the game offers, it's a solid game. I would say it's well done. I might put it not bad. I'm gonna put it not bad, actually. Nah, I'm putting not bad. I'm over here reneging already, but I'm putting not bad. Yeah, moving along. Syndicate. Instead of Revolutionary War, we looking at, you know, England perspective. I ain't gonna say perspective because it doesn't really relate to Revolutionary War. It's just his own story. It's just what Assassin's Creed is. It's just an Assassin's Creed game. Syndicate, just based in England. With that, I'm just gonna leave this as well done because it's the first time you actually play as two main characters at the same time. You play as two twins, a boy and a girl. So I guess it's cool. Try to add new elements to it. I look at this as part of a trilogy, which includes Syndicate, Unity, and I think it's Rogue, which I never played. I wish I did though, but it's a solid game. Other than that, Valhalla, the final game to the new era trilogy, which I call it. I probably need to get that trademark. Valhalla. I'm actually still playing this game. I played a good chunk of it so far. It is fun. I'm gonna say it is fun, but even though all the visuals look amazing, it has good, I guess the plot is good and the fighting, you know, is clean, I guess. I wish it wasn't as repetitive because I got to the point where I just started running in, just fighting everybody. It's kind of repetitive in that sense. And this is it strays away further from realism in Valhalla because you actually got to go to Asgard eventually. You know, I'm just like, what is this? You know, and it actually has a lot of glitches. Somebody told me that they've seen a lot of glitches in Odyssey. I haven't really seen any glitches, maybe my minimal ones. But Valhalla, I got teleported so many times. I actually got footage. I might just display it on the screen right now. What's happening? Did I break the game? Ha! I broke the game. What is that BS, bro? But nah, that's still good money, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Dude, I keep on teleporting in this game, bro. I just teleported, and yeah, it wasn't too fun, but I'm gonna say it's not bad. It's a fun game, I guess. But you know, I'm gonna still play it. I'm still gonna finish it. But I just been a lot of it's been very sidetracked. Is my only problem. But let's move on. Finally, we're done with all the Assassin's Creed games, and it's, from what I can tell, it's still pretty spread out. What is this? What is this? This is Asylum? This is Batman Arkham Asylum. Older game, played on the PS3. Pretty fun. It was the introduction to the Batman Arkham games. It was really fun from what I remember. I don't like to go back and play the older games because it may ruin the experience for me. You know, it may ruin memories because it's like Bloodline. I would never go back and play Bloodline at this point because I know the game is going to play like butt compared to what I'm used to now. But not Bloodline. Sorry, we're on Batman. Batman Arkham Asylum. It is really good. It's kind of short compared to City and Knight. Is very short compared to those two games. Fighting is clean. Has a good story. You actually feel like you the boss when it comes to being a predator. don't sound too good, but being like a up top and just taking people out and having them get terrified, I'm gonna say that this is a it's in between masterpiece and must play, to be honest. I'm gonna say that this is a must play. I'm gonna say this is a masterpiece. I'll say it's a masterpiece because I'm thinking about the other games here. I'm gonna put this in masterpiece because this is just, it's a trademark game. It's the first game in the series. Solid. All the people that you get to meet, like Victor Zsasz and Joker, like Killer Croc. Killer Croc scene was very scary for me. I don't know how he was for everybody else, but I freaking hated playing through that. Now that I'm old and I actually went back semi-recently, it was pretty clean. Arkham City. I feel like I'm missing a game here. Oh yeah, there's Arkham Origins that I never played. Arkham City, I guess, was a sequel to Asylum. It was a massive game. There's a big, huge city to explore. They brought in more people. Like I think Bane was in the first one. If he wasn't in the first one, he's definitely in the second one. They brought in Clayface. They brought in a bunch of people. For me, it's not as memorable as the other games. I think this is the game that had the stuff happen to Jason Todd, which was cool. But I think I had a lot of fun playing it. I really did. Oh, I remember I had the Xbox and my brother had Gamefly and I asked him to get this for me, and I beat it in like a week and a half and sent it back. And when I say beat it, that's something I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of side quests and stuff. I'm gonna give this one a must play. I think Asylum is a masterpiece, while City is a must play. I'm still iffy about this one though, but I'm gonna say that's a must play. If anybody never played it, you should play it, but I think you should play it after you play Asylum. Play them in order, is what is best. Both are really good games. I'm just gonna put Asylum ahead of it. As far as Arkham Knight goes, I just recently played this. I ain't gonna lie, I beat it almost 100%. The thing is, I am not about to do all 243 Riddler trophies. That's too much. I'm not about to try to bother to do all of that. But the game is very solid. I like the story. I like the plot twist. If you don't know what happens prior to going in, if you don't read the comments like myself, do not read any comments. So a lot of stuff that can happen, it can literally just happen, and I would not be ready or expecting it. And I think it's just a well-made game overall. There's no real glitches or anything like that. I think the story is solid, especially how it starts. This game actually gave me one of the biggest jump scares of my life. I want to put it in godly. You know what? Disagree with me. You see the masterpiece of godly. I'm putting it in godly though, because I had too much fun playing it. I had a lot of fun playing it. Okay. Borderlands. I'm sorry, there's a lot more stuff to go. All right, let's look at Borderlands. Borderlands 2. I think it's the only Borderlands game I actually finished. I think it's 2. The thing is about the Borderlands series as a whole is that for me, it doesn't interest me too much. The reason why is because it just seemed like it's just quest after quest after quest. I don't really see like a end goal, especially while you're playing it. After a while, you gotta just like zone out and just play. It's more fun with people, but I'm thinking of it single player, and as a single player game, I don't think it's an amazing game or it's a series as far as it being strictly single player. Some people love it. Some people absolutely love this game, but it's surprising how many people are at max level, probably due to glitches or something, or some type of exploit. But for me, I'm gonna put this as for what it is. I think it is polished. I think it is. I'm gonna put this. I don't know. Borderlands. I'm gonna put it as 2. I don't think the game is for everybody. I don't think it is. It's very gory. It's a cartoonish gory though. Like people literally, they have a back scratcher, but it'd be another hand. Like it's on that type of level of cycle. It's very fun. I'm gonna put that at not bad. Borderlands 3 is literally the same thing. It's just a little more updated, a lot more stuff added to it. There's like 4 characters that all have different classes and stuff. So I think it's more geared towards playing with other people. As far as Borderlands 3 goes, since there's more stuff included, I'm gonna put this one at well done. And I think I played this. No, I didn't play it more than Borderlands 2. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm still playing it, but for now I'm putting it at well done. The pre-sequel, I like this game actually more than the rest of these. The reason why is because you get to learn about the main villain a lot more. So as far as story wise, if you like the Borderlands, you need to play the pre-sequel. Don't skip it. That's just my personal opinion. People can disagree with me on that. Okay, on to Bully, the Scholarship Edition. Bully. GTA for middle schoolers. That's what this game is. I think it came out in like 05 or something. All right, I need some water. Okay. But I think it came out in 05. I actually had to go back and replay it. Actually, I do have a few episodes up on the channel. Feel free to check them out. I may come back to finish the game. I need to finish it, man. I've already beat it before, I think. I would say that this is for what it is, it's very fun. So it's at least a must play. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in masterpiece. I'm gonna say it's a must play. It ain't for everybody. It's a must play. I don't want to be too biased and be like, oh, I love the game, so let's put it higher. Nah, it's not for everybody. But if you play GTA, you want something to chill and have fun, single player, and you don't mind the old, aesthetic of it, play Bully. Very fun game. On to Dying Light. Dying Light. The thing is, when I got my hands on Dying Light, I didn't know nothing about it prior, other than it being a zombie game. Okay. By the time, luckily, when I got to it, I had other friends that wanted to play too. So when I played it, there was 4 of us. Not everybody has the luxury of this ascendant game. Okay, I speak highly of it because it was very fun. It's a parkour zombie game with a nice story, some crazy people, enemies. It's very fun with people. Okay, and like I said earlier, I'm not going to base the game off of you playing with friends. I'm gonna base it off of playing it by yourself. If I was judging it based off of friends, it's going to be in the godly tier. Since I'm not, I'm gonna put it in a well done. It drops down 3 levels. I'm gonna put it in a well done game. The reason why, because when I played it, I did play some of it by myself, and it's just nowhere near as fun. It's actually harder if you playing it by yourself. That's why I'm putting it well done. If it was way more, if it was just, it had that, I don't know, that pizzazz to it where you could just zone out and just play, I might put it a little bit higher, but it's way more difficult. I'm just gonna leave it here. Well done. It's fine. Far Cry 3 though, home of the greatest villain in history. Just, I don't care what game this is, all these has amazing content in it, but Far Cry 3 just alone is at least a masterpiece. Haven't played it, go play it. A lot of people rate Far Cry 4 very high as well, but if you play Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, you'll put this one higher. It's from what I know. I never played 4. I want to go back and play it. When I do play it, I might make a follow-up video to this to add, and by adding some more things to it. But I'm gonna put Far Cry 3 as a masterpiece. It's well done. It's very funny, very memorable, like a lot of memorable scenes. It's just solid overall. Far Cry 5, this game here. A lot of people don't like this game. I think it's just the whole idea of the main boss being a person that looks at God and just deal drugs and stuff like that. I mean, the whole entire, personality isn't really interesting. I think it's based in northern United States, like Montana or something, as what it seems to be. In the game, you go from a person that actually you don't even have a character. You're your own person, right? They try to add on multiplayer to it, like an actual Call of Duty type thing. It's not Call of Duty, but it's more like a battlefield type multiplayer to it, where you can fly planes and stuff like that. That was kind of fun, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at just Far Cry 5, the single player. You can't play it co-op. I heard that you can do that as well. In 4 and 3, you cannot play co-op in the story. It is fun when you just zone out. It's more closely related to Borderlands in that sense, where you just go around just doing stuff. But at least with Far Cry, you actually know when you're reaching the end goal. As far as that's pretty much where it kind of ends. It has interesting characters, to say the least, like the sister and the brothers and stuff like that. Everybody has their own unique personalities, which I do respect. And you're just deputy that's just stuck here for some reason. But with all of that being said, as far as the final outcome, I'm gonna put it at not bad. It's not bad. You might find it fun if you never really played Far Cry before, but other than that, yeah, I not bad is where I leave it at. Ghost of Tsushima is, I think out of all these games, it's the most recent game that I've played and actually completed. Ghost of Tsushima came out of nowhere, as far as I know. It's probably been on the internet for a while, but to me, it came out of nowhere. As my brother talking about, yo, you check out Ghost of Tsushima? I was like, yeah, it's cool. I actually streamed a few, and I got like 2 episodes of it up on the channel. Feel free to check that out if you want to. This game right here is something else. I got lucky and got the version on the PS5. Okay. Game looks beautiful. Great story. Great fighting. Just the fighting itself is just beautiful. There's a lot of small details that they don't really, you have to pay attention to actually notice it. Like every time he gets a kill or something, his sword is bloody, and then the way he cleans it, he just flicks it and then just cleans it in before he sheathes it. Like there's a lot of stuff into the game that's just absolutely beautiful. The open worldness of it, the liberation type of thing for it, it just excels beautifully. They got the I think it's DLC with the Icky Island. I like how that translates back to the story. You can pretty much do a lot of different quests at any point in time as long as you find them. There's so many different things, like cutting the bamboo with the sword. It was just an amazing touch. They have the fox dens, they got all the shrines. This game's gonna keep you busy. It's going to keep you busy. And with that, I just gotta say, I love the game. It's one of the very few games that made me cry at the end. Yeah, I cried at the end. I'm putting this at godly tier. This is one of the very few games I would put up here. Okay. I like how the game is surrounded by honor and behaving like a samurai, and literally from the very beginning you stop behaving like a samurai, because this is life or death. This is war. Who give a crap about honor, bro? And your freaking uncle is all about it, and that kind of makes y'all divided in a sense. I actually love that game. It's very solid. Best, my opinion, the best game. It technically didn't come on a PS5, but there's a PS5 version, so it's the best game on PS5 right now. That's just my personal opinion. This chair is very loud. I'm sorry.